Story 37, James the Justifying Jellyfish. James was a jellyfish who always thought there was a good reason to justify whatever he may have done, even if it was naughty. In the past, James had been known to go out to get his lunch and ended up stinging half of the local area. He would do this by trying to get all of the food before the rest of the fish and simply saying, "But I was really hungry." This clearly wasn't justification for stinging the other fish, as after he had finished, there was still lots of leftover food available. James didn't sting the other fish on purpose. He was just so eager to get the food that his tentacles were waving around everywhere. James didn't see the issue with what he had done and was too aggressive when he was challenged for anybody to say anything more about it. One evening, James went for a quiet swim in a nearby reef. Whilst out on his swim, he heard a noise behind some orange coral. Not being put off by the noise, James went over to the coral to take a closer look. "Hello?" yelled James. "Hello? Is there anybody there?" Suddenly, a large swordfish swam up from behind the coral. James panicked and swam away from the swordfish hurriedly. As he did so, his tentacles went everywhere, and one of them touched the swordfish. "Ouch!" squealed the swordfish. "Wait up!" he shouted towards James. James was still panicking and knew that hungry swordfish ate jellyfish like him. Knowing this, James swam as fast as he possibly could in the opposite direction. The swordfish had only just woken up, but was still faster than James and caught up with him quite quickly. "Why did you wake me?" asked the swordfish angrily. "And then why did you sting me?" James just stopped and looked at the swordfish in fear. "What's the matter with you, boy? Don't you speak or something?" asked the swordfish. The swordfish continued to ask James questions, becoming more and more frustrated that James was not answering. Suddenly, James realized he was frozen with fear and replied, "I'm so sorry. Please don't eat me." "I'm not going to eat you," said the swordfish. "I've only just been woken up and I'm not hungry yet. Why did you do that?" "I just wanted to know what the noise was," replied James. "I would never knowingly wake a swordfish like you." "Well, you did, and then to top it off, you stung me. Look," snapped the swordfish, showing him his sore fin. James felt terrible. He had never met such a nice swordfish before, and he had hurt him. "Please come with me. I know someone who can help." James led the swordfish into the main city and straight to the nurse shark's office. Within minutes, the nurse shark had healed the swordfish and sent him on his way back home to bed to get some rest. "You really need to be careful who you are stinging, James," exclaimed the nurse shark. "This swordfish was not hungry, but he could have been, and that would not have been good for you. There have also been other fish come in here recently with jellyfish stings. Was that you too?" James thought about when he had been racing for food the other day and told the nurse shark that it probably was his fault then too. "Just remember to keep calm, because when you get excited, you tend to throw your tentacles around, and one day this could give you big problems." James nodded at the nurse shark and left their office. He knew that he might have done naughty things before and tried to justify them. He pledged to himself that he would always try and be more careful in the future. The end.